Hi, I'm Chris Whitbeck. I'm the principal of the Douglas School here in Acton, and I'm going to give you a tour of the school and show you some of the highlights of why we need a new school. This is our school cafetorium. It is where all of our students eat lunch, and we gather for all of our all-school assemblies. The cafetorium is built for 280 students. We have to fit in over 400. You'll also notice that the stairs are not handicapped accessible, so any student with a mobility disability cannot make it up onto the stage. One of the major problems of the school is that it is too small for the number of students that we have, and so we have added on modular classrooms. Those are temporary classrooms that have been here for 16 years. This modular houses our music program. Every student throughout the school comes here once or twice a week. So this modular houses 4 different programs, and the staff are very crowded as they teach in this space. This modular houses our art program. Again, a very, very, very crowded space with not enough room for students to move around or for storage of student materials. The art room spills out into the hall for additional storage of both materials and student projects. And down at the end of the hall is our art room sink. So all of the students, kindergarten through 6th grade, have to come out of the art room to use the sink, and we've actually had to hire assistant staff for the younger students to supervise them using the sink during art. The Douglas School is 2 stories, and while we have a ramp that goes upstairs and wheelchairs can go upstairs, we only have stairs going downstairs, so the school is not handicapped accessible. So space continues to be an issue at Douglas School, and we have converted storage closets into classrooms for small groups of students and larger storage areas into conference rooms. This is our main storage area in the school. It is packed with many of the materials from our school, densely packed. It houses custodial materials and also furniture from around the district. Unfortunately, to get through the storage area, you have to go under several sewage pipes. One of the things that we do a lot at Douglas School is have students break out into small groups to do work, and we use the hallways. Unfortunately, there is no private space in the hallways, no small nooks, no study areas, and everybody's learning is very, very visible, which is nice, but very difficult to concentrate and work with many groups out in the hallway. So thank you for joining us on the tour of the Douglas School. As you can see, there are a number of problems that we're faced with every day, and that's why we are looking to build a new facility.
Hi, I'm Lynn Newman, principal of the Gate School. I'd like to take you today on a little tour of the Gate School so you can see some of the space challenges we have here. So here we have one of our spaces that we work with lots of our children. In this room we have a shared space, our occupational therapy, physical therapy, and our STEAM coach. And so this is a room where small groups of students work, but as you can imagine, the space is quite small to provide the type of services that we'd like to offer. Additionally, as you look up, the walls do not quite go up to the ceiling, and so another one of the challenges to this space is that it gets noisy in the hallways, and especially during lunchtime, being so close to the cafeteria, it gets very noisy for support services. And in this room, we have support services for students who need a little extra help in math and reading. The first space is the math space, and so the assistant works with students, up to 4 to 5 students with each group, and that's in grades kindergarten through 3rd grade. And then just behind her workspace, we have reading support. And so the reading assistant is also here working with students, maybe 4 in a group. And so combined, you have potentially 8 to 10 kids working in this space for extra help. And here we are in the Gates Library. The library space is quite small. We use this space for multiple purposes. In the morning, it's a space that can be used for string and band instrument lessons. The meetings are often held in here for staff meetings, professional development in the afternoons, and our extended day program often uses this space to support homework. And directly off the library, we do have several offices. This is our speech room, and this is a room where one of our speech therapists works with students. When the students are in the library, it tends to get a bit noisy in here, but she certainly does her best to work with the students in this space. And this space is where we offer special education services for our children. This is for students in grades kindergarten through the 6th grade. We have 3 special educators that share this space, and they work with students at different times depending on the program. At times we can have up to 25 students working with the adults in this space in the areas of math and reading. And directly connected to that special education space, we have an additional space. And in this room, we have 2 adults that are regularly working with students in this space and assistants that also join the students. So it's a space between the 2. We have 5 adults working with our students on special education and support services. And here is the Gates Cafeteria, and this additionally is a multi-purpose room for the school. This is where in the afternoons where we have our extended day program, both in the morning and in the afternoon. During the day, this is a space where the kids would have their lunches. We have a 2-hour lunch period. And oftentimes you would find teachers working with small group instruction in this space. And the use of the stage is also a space that's very popular with not only our music program, but also our physical therapist. The stage is a very important place for primarily concerts for band and strings and chorus, but it's behind the stage that you would find a spot where our physical therapist is working with students who are working on physical therapy. And you can see on the floor it's a bit tired, but it does lend itself to being able to be a space where they can work on gross motor skills and support services on their education plan. So I want to thank you so much for joining me on this tour. As you can see, the Gates School is an awesome school, but it's our hope with the space constraints that we currently have that the new building will help to resolve some of those challenges. So thank you for joining me.